Okay, I'm not titling this anything about Zimmerman because this is a broader issue, but Get Tips says, I think of it as Gadget Tips. TM was obligated not to attack GM, but of course he was not obligated to run away. See, the way I see law is like, you're not obligated not to break law. Let's use a simple law. You're not obligated not to break the speed limit law of 65, or when I was a kid, 55. Let's say your wife is in labor and you're speeding to the hospital. You might go 80 or 75 or some other speed that's safe enough in principle, but just not in general, for the freeway you're on. And you might find a police officer escorts you in that case after pulling you over. What you're obligated is to face the responsibility for the crime you may have committed, right? And if there is an extenuating circumstance or a self-defense argument or whatever the crime may be, whatever extenuating circumstances might be available. So I don't see that something like TM is not obligated to not attack somebody following him and tracking him down and cornering him at all. He is obligated to take responsibility for that action, and one thing we're debating would be, if that happened, was taking responsibility. Did that include getting killed? But I don't think that's pertinent, because I don't think Trayvon attacked George. Everything we know... Well, let's go on. One key question is intent. As the intent of GM makes good sense, he wanted to spot TM and keep him in view, not get into a fist fight or start threatening him for no good reason. No, I don't agree. We have him on record with the police saying he was concerned, showing concern, let's put it that way, that these people always got away. So I think his intent was to make sure that Trayvon didn't get away. TM's intent, based upon him not going home, was likely to confront GZ with anger, and then, sure, it may have escalated without TM intending a fight. Well, no, I think my explanation makes a lot more sense. He ran around the corner, and GZ, who we can hear running on the tape, on the recording, was running right around the corner right after him with probably his flashlight. You know, if John Paul's correct, he grabs his gun at one point and its keys fall out. I think Trayvon might have similarly, you know, put his iced tea in his shirt because it was a shit pain to run with the 7-Eleven bag, and dropped the 7-Eleven bag. And then George Zimmerman killed him for littering. TM is the most likely aggressor unless GM is a murderous racist, as TM's actions suggest anger. That's stupid. No. GM is the most likely aggressor because he was all mad dog. He had all smelled fear. Like in my timeline, I'm sort of suggesting that, you know, Trayvon ran while Zimmerman was watching him. He might not even known that Zimmerman was watching at that point, or been sure. The key point there was that Zimmerman would have seen Trayvon run because of the rain to the clubhouse, thinking he was showing fear, and Zimmerman's primal instincts were engaged. Now, that's not just speculation, because he acted subsequently like someone engaged on their primal level. A weird primal level, as I really enjoy the Jay Falexican's videos on this so far, even though he's crazy and thinks Trayvon bought drugs out there but didn't use them. Like, makes a lot of sense. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Those kind of spurious things. Jay Flexican's able to see those and separate that. Who knows? He might swing back to the, to the George Zimmerman should get off of it side, and that's great. That's fine because I think he's looking at the evidence, but he talks about how unnatural it seems to be afraid of this guy. Get the cops here, and I can't say this because I'm in and still go after the guy. Why leave your truck after you have expressed a feeling like that? Well, it shows a heightened sense of, ooh, he's running and I'm going to run after him, kind of a don't show fear to an angry pit bull type lesson. All right, cheers.